Alright guys, today we are going to be watching LEGO Clone Wars 501st Legion 4 Confederacy Strikes, which was filmed in 2007. This single stop motion inspired me to start my own LEGO stop motions way back in the day. This thing was a cultural piece for LEGO kids back in the early 2000s and really pioneered my love for LEGOs and stop motions and film as a whole. I used to have a channel called Cheesy Burger 7 where I uploaded quite a number of stop motions. Like an idiot, when I was an edgy high schooler, I deleted it all out of embarrassment. I wish I still had it, but nonetheless, we are going to check this out now because it's an absolute classic. Let's get right on into it here. So, Pizza Movies Productions presents 501st Legion, the Confederacy Strikes. Yeah, this stuff was ahead of its time, baby. He had freaking animations in there, dude. This, I love the aspect ratio as well.
Especially for this nice garden reservation they built for us. The flowers smell so nice.
Dude, this stuff is classic. He freaking KOs Jar Jar's friends, dude. They just more of them plow him down. Like, it's kind of classic.
Fire, prepare for my arrival. I hate my freaking job. I have to open up a freaking door all day.
Dude, I know it's cringe humor now, but when I was what? I was like 9 or 10 years old when this came out. When this first came out, I thought this was the funniest thing to ever exist on the internet. You got to keep in mind, this was like I Can Has Cheeseburger era of memes. This, this was obsessive girlfriend era of memes. So it's a different time. That's all I'll say. And that door opening. Oh!
Sup, dude? Yep. Spare me! They started feeding me this crap to it.
Again, it might seem cringe now, but at the time, this slapped.
Tube, it smelled like fungus. Ew, gross. Why did you tell me this? Get out of here. Okay. Hello, Sergeant. I'm here to inspect your troops. Yeah, they're in the courtyard. Okay, TK-47, you ran over your lieutenant during speeder exercises. I have one thing to say to you. Good job. Hey, what's that over there?
I'm telling you, it's cringe now, but it was good back in the day. All right, let's skip ahead. This is the most replayed section over this way. We'll watch that in a minute. But first, let's get to the first part of the battle, which happens right about 327. So this is when they start to engage with the Battle Droid army here. We've got Vulture Droids coming in. This was very ambitious for the time. Having any sort of flying animation at the time was extremely cool. This is not like, LCM Brick Show Productions and things like that. This is way back in the day where it was a bunch of kids figuring out how to make stop motions. And I guarantee some of your favorite stop motions now were inspired by this. This was ahead of its time, dude. Look at that. Look at the drawn in paint animations for the lasers.
Yay!
Absolutely phenomenal work here. Absolutely phenomenal. Hellfire droids, and you could also see the sets for the times. It was actually kind of sick. A lot of these sets were sets that I really wanted to own myself. I actually had some of these Bark Speeder sets, which were dope. I had the turbo tank, but not until a lot later. I had a turbo tank a lot later. I did have a Hellfire droid. That was pretty sick, and you could also see those droid troop carriers. I had one of those as well. Now, you'll see there's an MTT. This is, right here. This was like the classic MTT when I was a kid. It was really expensive. I did not own it. I really, really wanted to have the MTT, but my parents never got it for me. But it was just a certified hood classic, that MTT, and I wish I could have owned it. I absolutely would have you know, use the crap out of that thing in stop motions. It came with like 30 something battle droids, an absurd number of battle droids, which was really, really cool. You know, it was lit. To say the very least. Oh, I also had that little swamp speeder, although I think he might have modified his slightly. Yeah, I think he might have modified his slightly. Either way, let's skip to the most watched part of this entire thing. Look at this. Massive scale action. Something you could only hope to see in an ad. Beautiful. This Granger ad. And not to mention DC League of Pets trailer number 2. Classic for the time. But yeah, massive scale battles. And you could see here, actually, he had a few little custom painted Lego clone troopers. This was a big thing at the time, was people would paint all over their clone troopers. I did it myself, ruining clone troopers that are now worth 30, 40 bucks on eBay in pristine condition. And we just painted all over them. I remember there was this video that showed you how to make clone trooper commandos, and I wanted to make Sev from Republic Commandos. So I literally shaved off the fin of those phase 2 clone troopers and then painted over it. There were so many clone troopers that were painted all over back in the day. I feel like now kids still do this with Sharpie and things like that. But I do think there's a bit more of an awareness towards collectibles in Lego, and so people are more aware that their Legos are worth more, even kids these days, so they keep them nicer and more pristine. But I think people still do this, and I think you should. I think it was fun. Some of my greatest moments, you know, reliving from my childhood, were painting my own clone troopers and stuff like that. But either way, yo, we have this massive epic battle scene just going on and on. It's an absolute certified hood classic. The man's arms get blown off. This thing was amazing for its time. And there's a reason that it ended up getting 22 million views. And every single comment is just worshiping this because it's phenomenal. Never forget the childhood we had. I remember watching this as a 7 to 8 year old and being jealous about a huge collection this guy had. Honestly, watching this brings back good memories. You too probably remember this too from when you were a child. I hope to all of you reading this, you have a good rest of your life. Every generation has its legend. A literal childhood defining YouTube series. So much nostalgia for this. You have no idea how jealous I was of all your clones when I was younger. You made my childhood. I'm telling you guys, this was a cultural piece for the time. Absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend you go over here and give it a like because it is very worth watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.